Day number 3, a chilly day right now, and we're actually on game number 2. We weren't, unfortunately, we weren't able to get back home right away. So, game number 1, Kings versus Marbz has already ended, so we will not be able to shoutcast that. However, it did end with a 2-0. So now we are going to witness what do you call this? We're going to witness game number 2, which is against the GOUT, Enri, and of course Marbz. And they will waste no time. We will be coming in for best of 3, game number 2 for day 3, right? So Enri is now on a standing at 1:1, 1 win and 1 loss. While Marbz, I believe, is at 1 win and 1 loss as well. So this is effectively a good match for Marbz to prove himself to be worthy of being top 8. Now Enri, just for everybody that doesn't know, is effectively a standard. He is the organizer of this tournament, and effectively one of the contestants or participants wasn't able to make it, so Enri is now standing in to pay. But regardless of what his standing is, he will not be joining the top 8 for the top cut on Saturday. So effectively, it's going to be still either the top 9, if ever, let's say for example, Enri ends up top 1. Top 2 and top 9 will be the one making the cut. And now we are gonna open with this match. And we will be sending out the Raichu and the Clowitzer. This is a Mega Raichu X, mind you. Now we are looking at an Infernape and a Mega Frostlass opener from Marbz. So we could be looking at a fake out coming in from this Raichu, right? So there's only 1 or 2 Pokemon that actually only one Pokemon that we can target, and that's the Infernape with that fake out. But Infernape also has access to fake out, so you know it could go both ways. But Colts are threatening both of them because of the Mega Launcher, either the Dark Pulse or possibly a Water Pulse. Because of the Mega Launcher, it boosts the power of those. And now we will see Mega Frostlass once again setting up the Snowstorm into the battlefield. Raichu Mega evolving into the Mega Raichu X. Turn 1, we will see 2 Mega Evolution right away. Electric Surge not allowing for any sleep at all. Now Infernape being flinched. Lady Gaga, Mega Frostlass setting up that Aurora Veil onto the field. Clowitzer using Dark Pulse into Lady Gaga, but because of the Aurora Veil being able to survive a hit of the Dark Pulse even with the Mega Launcher boost. Big, huge, what they call this? Huge defensive capabilities. So now that fake out is done, what could Marbz do here? Possibly threaten that Raichu, or even that Clowitzer. Maybe Gaga being switched back because of course he will not be able to take another Dark Pulse like that. Clowitzer being red, switch and safely switching in Jolteon as well. Raichu using Lightning Voltage onto that Infernape. Infernape hangs on for 3%! And now a close combat comes in with a Jolteon and a stab! And it knocks it down! Enri down by one Pokemon. Infernape going in with that close combat stab and being able to knock Pokemon out. Rising Voltage with the boost of the electric terrain. Not enough to kill that Infernape. Hang on for dear life. This is giving me Ash Infernape vibes, everybody. What the hell? And now, Infernape being switched out onto the Mudsdale. Electroweb coming in with a speed control from Marbz, lowering down the speed of the two Pokemon that he has, right? Clowitzer using Auto Spear onto the Freezer, but Freezer hanging on because of the Aurora Veil. Again, the Rising Voltage coming in, double upping, and not killing the Freezer for that move. My god. And now, Mudsdale threatening that Raichu. And with that, Raichu is going to use Protect this time. Perfect setup. The Freezer sacrificing itself with the another Electroweb, lowering down the HP of Clowitzer. Possibly Mudsdale coming in. Nope. Clowitzer use Auto Spear, going to chip that Mudsdale just a little bit, 20% only. High horsepower being used onto that Raichu, but because of the tech, it's not gonna work. The Freezer still hanging on. And now Raichu is going to be in a possible trouble. So I think the play here for Enri is effectively to switch out Raichu, possibly so, just to save and effectively still put that electric terrain up. But this Freezer is looking possibly dead this turn. But not before Clowitzer goes down, because we know the speed, this Freezer is going to be faster. Mudsdale is still the slower even with a -2 boost. So still, Marbz having the positive advantage. Enri sending out Auroros this time around, still using Electroweb to lessen the speed of every Pokemon on the field as of right now. Raichu using Rising Voltage onto that and killing now the Freezer. But what would Mudsdale do this time around? We've seen him use he's seen Earthquake. Ooh, still Earthquake didn't do enough damage. Ooh. And now the Aurora Veil is gone, with the electric terrain being gone. Rising Voltage is not going to be that powerful anymore. So we could be looking possibly no, it will be Infernape. A fake out is going to be opened this time around. So here's what I'm thinking here right now. Possibly Enri could do a protect play once more, or maybe a switch, because he will bait out the high voltage power, right? Rock Slide not being effective on the Aurora is because of the Snow Skip, boosting his defense. There we go. Enri with a switch out from the Raichu. Clowitzer coming back in. Aurora using Protect, possibly to take out the fake out. Nope, close combat rather, I'm sorry. So close combat. Oh! And down goes, what do you call this? Down goes that Clowitzer. I didn't know he could also use close combat. Man, Mudsdale doing a coverage tech right here. And now fake out is effectively opened opened on this what do you call this? Opened on this Infernape. And that killed the Infernape. Ooh, with a blizzard. That killed because of the SP defense boost. Now it's only the Frostlass, and it sets up the Snow Skate. Not enough HP, but still fast enough. What can he do here? With Aurorus being a rock type, it can still hit with a blizzard. Will it kill? It will kill the Raichu. Definitely. Aurorus, what will he do on this time around? What can he do on this time around? Use Ancient Power. Will it kill? And down goes the Frostlass. Enri takes game number 1. Enri takes game number 1 for this time. For this one. So now we will be taking a short break. See y'all later. Just a bit. And we are back for game number 2 of the second match for day 3, right? And they will not waste any more further. We had a little bit of a break there afterwards. And now we are up 1-0 in favor of Enri. Marbz can still turn it around. We've seen that Infernape do some work. It gave me Ash Infernape flashback on that Sinnoh League match against Paul the VL. Paul is a great trainer, but man is such a dude. And yeah, so Marbz can still turn it around with a 2-1 victory. Pretty similar to what he did on his first match on day 1, when he turned around a D2 on game 1 because he didn't mega evolve this Pokemon right away, right? Now, what are the openers that we could be expecting? We already know that Howitzer, Raichu, Aurorus, and those are tanky. They are tanky, but not really speedy aside from the Raichu. Marbz still has the advantage on the speed aside from that mudsdale, so he needs to make and second guess everything. 20 seconds into the clock. We'll see. We'll see if Marbz will turn this around, put the pressure onto Enri. Enri right now sitting 1-0. And now we see a Milotic and Howitzer opener from Enri. Very classic anti-intimidate, possibly a quarrel setup coming in from this Milotic already. Now, Howitzer being threatened, Howitzer threatening either of those because of the Aura Sphere and the possibly Water Pulse or Hydro Cup, whichever is available for the Howitzer, right? Now, however, we haven't seen a fake out for all the things. So I'm second guessing if it does have a fake out. Enri sending out Raichu this time. Enri withdrawing Milotic as well for that Jolteon, allowing the Thunderbolt being lightning. Oh, he read the Thunderbolt through and through. Infernape using close combat. This will definitely kill the Jolteon once more, and Enri's down by one Pokemon. But Raichu receiving that Thunderbolt. Enri reading Marbz. Now Raichu has a boost, But I believe it's special attack boost, right? On the lightning rod, I believe. Let's see here. Lightning rod boost. So now a fake out is going to be available on the special attack stat by one stage. There we go. So still, it's not as big unless this Raichu has a special attack electric type move in his arsenal. It's gonna be a Mega X in a few, regardless if it protects, but I'm assuming it's going to be a fake out, right? So now is going to take out the Freezer and comes in the Stallion, possibly to take in that Aura Sphere. Now the electric terrain is going to be set up by the Raichu here. Using Fake Out onto that Infernape. Pulitzer using Aura Sphere onto that Mudsdale, taking, even with a Fake Out, taking 30% off of Infernape's life. Well, it is -1 on Infernape's defense because of the close combat earlier, but still, Jesus Christ. And now, Marbz, withdrawing Clowetzer for this one, sending out Milotic to possibly threaten that Mudsdale. Infernape using close combat again, a stab close combat coming in on the Milotic, taking 59% of its life, but Citrus Berry being used this time around. Mudsdale using Rock Slide onto that Raichu, but still taking Milotic with that. Man, Infernape's still fairly healthy here. However, if ever, even with just the rising voltage from Raichu here, I don't think it will survive. That is what I'm seeing here. So Mudsdale, okay, switched out onto that Freezer. Rising voltage onto the Freezer. It will not take that much damage. It's gonna take off 37% of its life. Now Milotic will use Scald into that Mudsdale. Not enough to kill it. 27%. Will we see a high horsepower onto that Mudsdale? High horsepower coming in. Bam! Raichu goes down. And just like that, Enri down with 2 Pokemon, but still a dangerous combination. Milotic and a Clowetzer. Still, we know Enri does have does have the Electro Red type, right? So he could possibly be sacking off Mudsdale here. Still, Clowetzer threatening that Freezer with the Aura Sphere. Milotic using the tech, effectively not putting speed, and he's gonna Thunderbolt the Clowetzer. Clowetzer goes down. Marbz read that like a freaking book right now. I'm much faster than you. I'm much stronger than you. Let me take you out, he said. And Marbz winning game number 2, which puts us into game number 3, baby. Let's go. I believe we will not be wasting time. They will be coming in on the game number 3 right away. We will be waiting first and foremost, so let's see here. And we are back. Alright. Game 3 is about to happen here. We're just waiting for Marbz to prepare, and yeah, we could be looking at a great game number 3 here. We've witnessed Marbz make the mudsdale work, and finally it paid off with the high horsepower. Already out-predicting the Pikachu, being able to take out two of the Pokemon here, Infernape, being one of the MVPs, taking out Jolteon right away twice in the same row with a close combat. Really effective close combat, to say the least, because of the stab type. Now, we could see a very different opener this time around. We've seen Enri put Raichu and Kovetsu and then Milotic on Kovetsu. Now, we could be possibly looking at a Belly Bolt opener here from Enri, while Marbz could possibly set up. Again, he still hasn't brought Revelion and what do you call this? The Shoeing Zoroark. So we could be possibly looking at an opener for those as well. This is game number 3. Let's go. And now we see an Aurorus and a Raichu opener from Enri. There we go. Okay, a very strong opener for the Infernape and the Mudsdale. Already, again, threatening the Raichu and the Aurorus. So, Aurorus is only threatening Mudsdale here. Aurorus needs to possibly protect or maybe fake out, because Raichu X is going to definitely be faking out this time and possibly fake out Infernape. Marbz should know this. Raichu using fake out, there we go. And because of the flinch, Aurorus would be coming in. Oh, this time around with an Aurora Veil. What will Mudsdale do? Close combat onto that Aurorus. Not really. It took a huge chunk, dude. It took a huge chunk. Jesus Christ, took a huge chunk this time around. And now Aurorus, even with the Snowscape defense boost, with the Aurora Veil boost, it took out 56%, no, 66% of its life. And that's not even a stab. What could Infernape do here? He could kill it with one close combat if the Faker wasn't there. Jesus Christ. And Raichu, not, I believe he doesn't have a move to threaten Mudsdale here. Only Infernape, but Infernape is definitely faster. Mudsdale this time around using Protect. Raichu using Rising Voltage onto the Infernape. Will it kill? And it definitely killed it this time. My god. Marbz is gonna be down one Pokemon. Aurorus gonna use Blizzard this time around. Raichu being so fast. And now what would Marbz do? That is the question, right? That is definitely the question. And now he sent out Lady Gaga. Really, Lady Gaga is the faster of the two. Without Blizzard, he could still possibly threaten both of his Pokemon. Raichu and Aurorus. Now Frostlass gonna come in with his own, but the Snowscape has already been set up. Lady Gaga used Blizzard, not enough to kill Aurorus. Rising Voltage onto that Frostlass. Will it kill? It will not kill! Lady Gaga hanging on. Or 4%. Oh my god, Mudsdale hanging on for 20%. Marvin being down 2 Pokemon this early is going to be a hard call. And down goes the Aurorus. It's a 3v2 right now. I'm not sure, with those defense boosts being -2 already on that Mudsdale. It's a little precarious for Marvin's position right now. Really precarious for Marbz's position. And now we have the freezer with the Clowitzer. Now Enri should know that this freezer is definitely faster with a Thunderbolt. Mudsdale not being threatened by the Raichu, honestly. So possibly the tech here is a Raichu. Mudsdale protecting, okay. Is gonna kill that Clowitzer? No, because of that Aurora Veil. Clowitzer using Water Pulse onto that Mudsdale. Gonna be blocked. Raichu using Rising Voltage onto that Freezer. It's gonna take 23% off of its life. Not that powerful. Wow, okay. Resisting the electric typing here, even with the electric terrain. So now, that Mudsdale is effectively going to be hard to kill because Clowitzer possibly doesn't know any protect. We haven't seen him protect just once. Alright, so this is already possibly a choice scarf. Clowitzer being withdrawn into that Jolteon. Okay, Jolteon. Our Thunderbolt tech. Our Thunderbolt tech might be coming in. Poof. Volt Absorb doesn't affect the opposing Jolteon. Mudsdale using high horsepower. Oh man. And then the Snow Stop. The opposing side of the Aurora Veil has already been gone. Rising Voltage has also been taken out with its boost. So, ooh. Blizzard is also not 100% now because the Snowscape has already been taken out. So now this Jolteon is definitely faster. Definitely faster than the two Pokemon of Marbz here. Needs to either take a gamble with a Blizzard if it's gonna hit or not. Because the only Pokemon that they can double up is this Freezer, right as of right now. If it has a Protect, the best move is Marbz using Protect onto that Freezer and high horsepowering either one, which would possibly definitely kill. Raichu being switched back, predicting possibly the high horsepower onto that Raichu. Thunderbolt! Marbz predicting it! Clowitzer being taken down! Marbz predicting the Thunderbolt! Very fucking ballsy, dude! Very fucking ballsy, man! Well fucking played! Predicting that switch! Oh my god! Marbz having the cojones, however, this is the problem this time around. Marbz can never use any electric type because it will only boost or heal the Jolteon. Mudsdale not being affected is effectively, possibly, wait, fake out coming in. Okay, perfect. That's the only move that the Thunderbolt being put in onto the Raichu. Raichu X not having the Lightning Rod anymore. Rising Voltage gonna be used onto this Freezer, and it's not gonna be enough. Still not enough. Still tanky enough. Oh, Life Orb. Okay. Now we know it's a Life Orb. My god. I believe that's the only move that this Raichu has as of right now that could possibly damage Mudsdale. Mudsdale is now free to attack unless otherwise this Jolteon has another move that could damage Mudsdale. With that defense boost. Okay, Protect coming in. Using Thunderbolt onto that Pikachu. 5% off of its life. What would Pikachu do? Possibly Rising Voltage onto that Freezer once more. Bang! 40% not enough. What would Marvin do? This is the high horsepower tech. Come on. No! Why? The Jolteon, my friend. Oh man. I don't mind that. However, it could have been 2 up, man. Okay, Thunderbolt coming out from that Raichu, not threatening. A Rising Voltage gonna come in, possibly. Or maybe not. Onto that Mudsdale. Shadow Ball! It will kill! It will kill! Oh, Marbz! Man, come on. Now Marbz. Come on, Marbz. You got outpredicted. Man! You had it there. Come on. Jesus Christ. If he doubled up the Raichu, it wouldn't be a factor. Um, that freezer won't be damaged by the rising voltage, so Raichu will be dead. And then they could double up, right? Like a high horsepower blizzard or something like that. Could definitely kill. And his blizzard is freezer. Oh, that is a disaster for Mars. But it is what it is. And still, a 2-1 victory from Enri. Still gonna be counted. Um, yeah. Let's on to game number 2, or game number 3 rather, for day 3.